Everyone, my name is Sulaiman and today I'm going to explain about hardware and software. And to begin with, I want to talk a little bit about the basic of a computer. A computer consists of two major components, the hardware and the software. The hardware, you can think of anything that physical that you can touch, so that could be a keyboard, it could be a monitor, that could be a mouse, or the actual physical component inside the computer like the processor or the RAM and the hard disk drive. Anything that physical about the computer we consider there is a hardware. The second major component of computer is software. It is all of the soft component that you can really touch. You can see it is the software that runs the computer. And so when we think of computer at the highest level, we think in the hardware and we think in the software. Next, we jump down into the hardware. The model that we use today is called the von Neumann architecture, and it consists of really three main components. And so the first thing are input device. So this is what give input into the computer. So keyboard, you can type the keys and enter in characters and that input into the computer. A mouse is also an input device that as you move it around, it give input to the computer. Where to move the cursor, whether it's to go up or to go down, it's giving signal to the computer. More modern example of input would be a smartphone that has touch display. You can type in, like I'm using a digital keyboard into the computer, or you can use gesture with your finger, but that's all with the pod and the touch gesture that have come in the last few years. So there is another input device, but the most important thing is to remember that there is a big category of hardware that we consider input device. That input then goes into the computer, which is the computer consists of two major components. One is the central processing unit. Central processing unit is the brains of the computer that does all the calculation. It's doing the addition and the multiplication, and it's moving things around in memory. And next is the memory, which is internal storage in the computer. So it can remember what it is, but memory is just a storage that exists in the computer for a central processing unit or the CPU to work with then it's done. It's computation. It needs to take the data and send it into the output. So it could output into the monitor and put it into your screen. So you could send it into printer, or you can send it into hard disk drive, or you can save it for the more long-term storage. And so this is the system of input computation and output. Is really the basic of our computer. And in computer there is a I/O. I/O is stand for input and output. And in I/O is everything, and everything that we're doing is either an input, some type of a computation, or an output. Like if I open up a text editor like a Python, I have an input device, which is my keyboard that I type in hello world. That's going into the computer. It is getting converted into 1 and zeros, and then it is getting input to this screen. So that an example input going into the computer for processing, and then output to a screen. Now if I was to click file and print it, I could print this into a printer, and that will be going to an output device, or maybe I could save it in this and email to somebody. Now I'm gonna explain about software. Software gets a little bit more interesting because there is a lot of kind of software. So I'll put this little tree to represent different types of software that exist. So of this left branch, we see the system software, and the most basic piece of software is the operating system. So you're probably familiar with Windows is an operating system, or maybe Mac OS, or potentially Linux as the three major operating system that exist now. There is three other operating system, but those are the main three operating system. Next, there system support software. So if you're on Mac, you can think of Finder, which is you can open up and browse the file, and it helps you work with your system in the Windows. There is a Windows Explorer, which is will help you do the same thing but just on Windows. Then we have the development software, which is actually allow us to develop software for the system. So you can think of like the C programming language, which is you have the language and you have the compiler and you have the linker and the loader and everything that goes in to help you create some software. Java is another example of system development software. That is have different type of programming language. You have the Java programming language and then the Java virtual machine, and all of this on bunch of different tooling to help you develop system or to develop software. In the general moving of the right branch, we have application software, which is you can really break this into two sections, maybe more, but our purpose there is the general purpose software, which is software that does a lot of different things. It is used for a general purpose. So Microsoft Word might be an example on Mac. I think they'll carry Keynote, or they have Keynote numbers and Page. Page is equivalent to Word, where you can use it for a lot of different things. You could write a book in it. You could create a presentation in it, and it's really just can be used for any function you could. It is somewhat limited. So that's all about the explanation about the hardware and software. Thank you for watching my videos. See you.